Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping. Narelle here, and today I have a paid members only video. I need to make some swaps for a group that I'm in, so I thought what better way to do them than to show you how easy they are to make, or how easy it is, sorry, to make your own embellishments. And the theme is from the garden, anything from the garden. So I was originally going to go down the route of vegetables and stuff like that, and then like harvesting your own vegetables and stuff. I thought, oh well, maybe there are people who might get the swap that don't garden in their like vegetable garden, so they'll probably never be able to use those embellishments. So I went the more generic route of flowers and birds and stuff like that. So I have die cut everything because there's quite a bit here that I've die cut. Now this is a partner swap, so they're only going to one other person. Normally when we do the swaps, you have to make 4 or 5 of the same to send off, but this time it's just a straight person to person swap. They're not going to one person and then getting distributed. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is go through each of these. I've got them separated because I need to make 5, all different. So I've just, like I said, die cut a heap of stuff, and I'm just going to chat while we go through this. Now, if you're interested in what dies I've used, then just comment, let me know. I don't know half the names of them. This is a lattice die. I know it's an old Stampin' Up die, no idea the name of it, but I'm sure you could search lattice dies if you want to recreate something like this. And then the flowers are a die set from Uniquely Creative, which is an Australian company, but I know you can get their stuff overseas. Again, oh so sorry, no idea what it's called, but any floral leaf die would work the same. And I've cut the lattice out of brown cardstock, but everything else here I have cut out of scrap cardstock. So when I'm making embellishments or swaps, I go to my scraps first, because we all have lots of scraps of paper. And let me just move that other side for a minute. So these are what's left. I've cut off, you know, the bit where I die cut from, but these are just the scraps, all sorts of different scrapbooking paper, scrapbooking paper, yeah, that I have used to create these die cuts. So I always go to that first. So the idea with these was I was just going to layer them. So like 2 of the petals, if I can get them, I don't know if they want to line up like I want them to. So it makes like a full flower. I'm just having a play. Do I want, no, I want the 2 like that. I was going to edge distress them, but I'm not quite sure. So what I might do is grab my water and give them a very light spritz. I want to be able to curl them, I think, a little bit. So we will see what happens. So you have to do this really when they're wet, not saturated, just a little damp, and then hopefully they will dry like that. And I have to be really careful because they're very fragile in the middle there. So I'm just going to leave that one to dry, and then, oops, I can already see this one is starting to curl there. Like in there it was starting to break, so I got this a little bit wet. Got to be careful with this one. I put a little bit too much water on it. Probably this would be easier with cardstock, not pattern paper, because pattern paper is a lot lighter. So just a very small spritz, and I probably need a different water container to spritz, because the one I'm using is just, you know, your regular supermarket variety, like $1. You get them, and they're handy for all sorts of things. and that's what I use for my spritzing, but it's sort of not quite fine enough a spritz. I could probably play with the nozzle a little bit to get it finer. So I'm just giving these a little bit of texture, and when they dry they do become like a lot firmer, hopefully, and hold their shape. So I'm just pinching in either side of the petal. Alright, that's them done. Now I have to do these ones as well. I don't want to wet too many at once because I have a fan on, and it's probably going to dry them before I get it finished anyway. Oops, I can feel that petal is a bit, wanted to move sideways too much, like it's going to break. So this can be very time consuming if you want to like make your embellishments, so you don't have to like do swaps to make your own embellishments. If you have all the stuff, then it is a lot cheaper to make your own embellishments than buy the packets of embellishments, and you can get the colors you want, the style that you want, like that you'll use. I'm sure we all have those packets of embellishments where we've used our favorite pieces out of them, and like, what do we do with the rest of it? Because it's not my style, I know I won't use it, but you can't throw it away. So, well, that's me, I can't throw anything away. So you keep them, and then you keep looking at them every time you're looking for something to match your project, and then it's like, no, not going to use it. So making your own embellishments, you have control in that you make things that you'll actually use in the colours that you actually will use, and it's a whole lot cheaper. And like with these floral dies, there is lots and lots of techniques you can do with white cardstock to make them look different every time. You can stamp them, you can spritz them, you can colour them with all sorts of mediums, stamp over them, so like cut out a white in white and then stamp over it. Like, there's so much you could do, so they're not going to look the same all the time. Okay, right, I don't think I'm going to do anything to the centers. I might actually just curl up the ends a little bit. I was thinking about inking around the edges of the petals, but then I thought no, because the person that gets them may not be into that grungy, inky type of thing, so they can ink them or spritz them when they get them. Oops. And normally when I make swaps like this, I will make a set for me, but I haven't done that today for some reason. I don't know why. There's enough water on my thing here that I can just rub these in there. Actually, I do have, oh, I gotta find it. Here we go, there's one there. Here's a little, here it is. Just need a surface to squish that down a little bit to make them a little cupped. Oops. So I'm just pushing gently in the middle of each of these to curl it up a little bit. this is probably a longer video. I'm not going to put music over the top. I am just going to talk as I do it. I may go quiet at times if I'm concentrating or can't think of anything to say, you know, get stage fright or something. Anyway, let's wipe that up. Okay, so as these dry, they will go hard. They're not quite dry enough yet, so I am going to pop this aside, put it over to the side while I work on another one. Alright, so where's my little tray? Let's do this one. Okay, so for this one, I wanted to colour the fence and then colour the bird and the birdhouse. Just simple colourings with ink daubers. And some inks, and there's one I didn't get, so let me just stretch across and grab that. Now I'm going to need scratch paper. Right. Sponge dauber, I think it's this one. Going to colour the fence brown in the bottom of the birdhouse. Now all the embellishments I'm making are going to be in the same colourway so that they can be used on the one page or on, you know, a double page or something. I didn't want to introduce different colours for each embellishment. Sort of like a suite of embellishments, I guess, like an embellishment pack you'd get. Alright, so that's that done. That was easy. Now, our little bird, I'm going to do red. Hopefully I've got a red sponge dauber. That looks like it's red. And I'm just getting ink on the edge of the sponge dauber, and I'm just going to colour him in. Just like that. Oh my goodness, I can't get this close. Oh, alright, I have not used this ink pad in a long time and it doesn't want to close. Oh my goodness me. Oh, wow. Jeez. Okay. And then I think I'm going to make the birdhouse blue. I don't know if I have a blue. That's, oh, that is coming apart in the bin. I'm going to need some new sponge daubers. All my stuff is old, so that will happen, I guess, when you're using old stuff. Here we go. Now I'm going to give that birdie a little eye. Just with a black felt tip marker. Oh, cute. Alright, and now I have this greenery because I want to give like multi-layer detailed swaps, not just die cut something out and go, there you go. I do want to see if I can attach some of this behind the birdhouse. Maybe behind the fence going over the birdhouse would be better, wouldn't it? It's like it's growing. That one I'm going to chop in half. So I like where that one is, over the birdhouse. So I'm just going to put a little bit of double-sided tape on there, I think. And a little bit there. Alright, so that's that one. And then this one I was going to cut in half. Something like that. That is pretty. And then can I fit this one in somewhere? Maybe up behind the bird, or is that too much? Oh, that looks okay there, don't you think? Like, you can't answer me, but anyway. I just want to tuck that behind. And that behind the bird. Okay. There we go. That is the first one done. How cute is that? I think that is really cute. So we'll put that one aside. Alright, now we'll go back and see if our flowers are dry now. Finish this one off. Yep, I'm pretty sure they're dry now. So I was just going to do 2 clusters of flowers. I'm going to try and get these matched up. Just like that. I'm going to hold that, and these can be as dimensional as you want. With our normal socks, we try and keep them flat so it's easier for postage. But these can be a little bit more dimensional, but I don't think... Actually, what I should do is have a piece of cardstock. No, I wanted the open layers. It's going to put a bit of cardstock behind it so I can pop things up, but I think I might just... Or, wait, I have a hole punch. That might work. Let me just grab my 1-inch hole punch. And some white cardstock. So I want to sit this up, I can do that and sit the flower on there, can't I? Right, let's do that. So I'm going to do that for, I think only the red ones I want to pop up. So I'll just do 2 for now. I need to work out the arrangement. Probably should glue them all together and then I can fiddle with where they're going. I'm trying to get these lined up so that you can't see the gaps between the petals, but I'm not doing a very good job. Where'd my glue go? Oh, it's all over there. Oops, that's a lot of blue came out there. I did not glue that together very well. Oh, anyway, I don't know what happened there. I'll tuck that under there because there's a big gap there. And then I have the leaves, which I'm not doing anything to, and I was just going to pop them stuck together. Right, now I want two together in the middle, but offset. Oh my gosh, I cannot work with fine, delicate things. But offset like that somehow. They're not very offset, are they? Right, let me just what I'm thinking I might do is for the top, I might not put another red one. I think it might be too much. Let's just have a play. Blue and then a pink. Is that too much? It might be. Do I just do the one statement piece down there? Actually, up there, whatever. They can turn it whichever way they want. I think so. I might just do the one down there. Okay, so let's get this happening. The more I think about it, the more I'm going to want to change it. So let's just do it. Okay. So popping the red one up on foam. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is glue or double side tape it. What am I doing? Across the back. Because I can't put enough glue on it, on that frame. So I'm going to use double-sided tape to glue it to the frame, and then I will give it a press from the front to make sure it's stuck. Okay, so that is not going to go anywhere. Right, I've just squashed the middle of the yellows. You see I've still got that dimension in those red petals. Okay, so that one I've stuck together. But I'm thinking I might glue this because then that will also be an easy way to attach it to the frame. So while that glue dries, I'm just going to do the center pieces. I glue that together? I think I did. White's a bit big. I've got a smaller punch maybe somewhere. I don't know where. Wait a minute, have a look at my punches. Right, I can't find my small punch, so I'm just going to make this smaller. Doesn't have to be pretty. And that's definitely not pretty. There's just something to put on the back so that I can glue it to the frame. Or stick it to the frame. You know what I mean. Now I've got glue there. Alright, I haven't done the center of this one. Okay, if you hear noises, dog barking, whatever, doors closing, whatever, voices, my son is waiting for someone to come and give him a new battery on his car. Went to start it and the battery's dead. So let's put roadside assistance call in and hopefully they'll just replace his battery, because it's his first car, but it's a old car. It's an 80 something model Nissan Skyline that he desperately wanted, his dream car, so he got it, I don't know, last October, and it's been sitting in the garage because he's just on his L's, so he's been doing his driving lessons and stuff, and it's manual, so he's been doing all his lessons, and he wanted to go drive it because he's got it booked in next week to get some work done to it, and he thought, oh, I'll just take it for a drive. And he hasn't driven it, I don't think, since he got it. It's been sitting in the garage, and he went to start it to go for a drive and the battery's dead. Alright, so now I'm just going to put the leaves on. This one I can actually glue. Oh no, these have got gaps in those leaves, so the glue's coming through. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oops, wrong scissors. I might tape this one because I didn't realise that there's a split on these leaves. I knew there was one down the middle, but these lines here, they're also split, not just indent, they're actually die cut, so you don't want any glue oozing out. Okay, oh, that is so pretty. So you can use this from the top or at the bottom. So on this side, I think I'm just going to do a blue one, or is the red one going to be too big? You know what I can do? I can just make up the flowers and add them in, and they can put more on there if they want. That's probably a better idea. So they will also get these flowers, and then they can do with them what they want. They can add them to the page. goodness, what happened with that? Oh, wrong one. I wanted to glue that one. Oops. Okay, so then I'll just give them the leaves. I want to, let me get my tray back and I'll just pop them in there. Right, now what I want to do is put some gold in the middle of the flowers. So this is Metal Dynamic Effects gold from Stampin' Up. I've had it a long time. I do have Nouveau gold, but I think this is older than my Nouveau gold, so I want to use up my older stuff first. So I probably should test this to make sure that it actually, yep, that's working. You watch me get that on everything now. Right, I was going to do a dot in the middle. Okay, now we're going to put that back in the tray to dry. Okay, so now I'll move that aside and they can dry. So that's the second one done. Right, let's get another one. Okay, so the next one I have is quite simple. So when I do like embellishments and I'm doing a few, like a set basically like this, I do a mix of sizes. So this is a smaller one and it's just literally going to be two coloured toadstools dimensional together. So I'm going to put foam behind one. So we need our sponge dauber back in red and brown. Right, let me get rid of this paper before I end up with that gold on everything. And I'll get another bit. Okay. So first of all, let's do our stem. Okay, simple. Now we're going to close that anywhere near all the way because it's very difficult to close. And now we're just going to colour the top. There we go. Our 2 toadstools. Oh my goodness. How cool are they? So then, I was just going to, I want the 2 next to each other. So I might just put a little bit of dimensional on there. A small one, a mini one. And big ones. I've got minis somewhere. One of these here. Minis. Is it not sticking? Well, that's not very good. That's not sticking. Why not? Is it because of ink there? Or are these just getting old? Let's see what happens. There we go. Another embellishment. How simple is that? Very cute. I want to spritz them, but I don't know. Oh, look, the things come out. Oh, they come out, do they? Oh, please tell me. Oh, they all come out. Okay, then. I didn't think they did, but they do. So, should I, now they come out, because these ones are stuck down. Let's take this off then. Oh, these sticks are not very sticky anymore. Okay, where's my pokey tool? I might put white cardstock on the back. I was hoping they wouldn't come out. They were just like indented, embossed is the word I'm looking for. Right. I think I look like with the light. Yeah, it looks much better. Alright, so let's just cut cardstock. Grab a pencil. My pencil's run away. It was here just the other day. There it is. I'm just going to go around the top in pencil and then cut it a little bit smaller so it should fit on the back. That's the theory. Yep, perfect. Now I'm going to use, where is it gone? Oh, I didn't find it. I didn't get it out. Oh no, wait a minute. I gotta get something else now. Oh my goodness. See, real live crafted. Right, I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen and see how this goes. Hopefully this is not clogged up. I haven't used it for a while. And why is nothing coming out? Come on. Oh, please don't tell me you are clogged up. I won't be very friendly if that's happened. No, that looks okay then. Oops. Let's see if that works now. There was a big glob come off the top, a dried glob. Right, is this actually a new one? And I haven't taken the seal off it, because then that would be a reason why it wouldn't come out. I don't think so. It looks like I've used it. No. Come on. You are not coming out. Nope. Right, I'm going to... Oh, something's coming out there. Oh, you shouldn't shake this because it gets bubbles, but anyway. No, you don't want to come out, do you? Something's clogged somewhere, so... That's another battle for another day. Oh my gosh, even with glasses, it seems impossible to get in. Oh my lord. Got it. Can't do it on camera, see? Camera fright. So, normal glue it is. Just put a little bit on. Oh, look at that. That's cute. Okay, and now for this one. Okay. Okay, now let me try again. The dimensional. I actually might use a bigger dimensional, might work. I want it out a little bit. Oh. Okay, there we go. So there's our two toadstools. How cute is that? Oh, that really pops with the white. Okay, so there's another one done. Next, in our tray, we've got, so the branch, this bird, the leaves, So, sorry, start again. Alright, so the toadstool, this bird, this branch, and these leaves are all from... Oh, that was my first one I did with the fence and the bird and the thing. And they are two separate sets. I can't remember who does the blue dyes. They are donks old. It's got red writing on the packet. Don't even know if they're in business anymore. And then I don't know where that one came from. Now this one are all from, I've got an empty thing with nothing in there. That's interesting. I should have put something else in there maybe, I don't know. Okay, where is this one? Okay, so this set, I actually know the name of this, Iconic Dies from Stampin' Up. This is where the toadstools came from, the branch, the bird, and the three little flowers. So I use this set for two different embellishments. I'm just looking why I've got an empty thing with nothing in it. Maybe I put something back in another one. It should have been separate. No, I'm pretty sure that was in there. I don't know. I've got no other dies laying around, so I've got a spare now. Okay, so this one I'm just going to colour green. The bird I'm going to do red. Now the bits do pop out of this bird as well. So I should actually colour it before I pop anything out because it makes it a stable, more stable surface. And then the flowers, so, right. Green. That one I can tell is falling apart and is going to be dodgy as, but it might, no, it's going to come off. I'll use it now, but then I think it's got to go in the bin. Oh, I'm trying to open it the wrong way. Right, so let's do this branch. I should have done the branch itself first. Yeah, never mind. So it's going to do the leaves on the end in green. Alright, and then I'll go over the branch in brown. Sorry you can hear the garage door. This guy's obviously here for my son's car. He was dead set on getting a Mrs. Skyline for his first car. Took him years to find one that he could afford, that was in decent condition, that needs a bit of work done to it, but nothing drastic that we know of. Okay, so that is the branch done. I'm going to have to go back over the green because now they're a brownish green leaf. So we'll just make them a darker green leaf. Okay, branch is done. Now we want a red bird. Should I do a yellow bird? I've got nothing else yellow. I might do a yellow bird. Oh, I don't need that. Sorry, my dog is barking. Let's do a yellow bird. These stamp cases were so much easier to open. Why change a good thing? But anyway. We're going to have a bright yellow bird, but we want brown feet. So let's do the brown legs first. Okay, I want to try something different with this bird. I do want to put a little bit of red on him as well, just for something different. Oh, sugar. Right, so there should be enough red left in this that I can do a little bit of red on his tummy. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a little bit of colour. That is cute. And then on his tail, because I can. Oh, he's cute. Look at him. So now I'm going to poke out all these bits. I hope they're meant to be poked out because they're coming out. I don't think anything else is meant to come out. They are not. Are they meant to come out? Yes. And the ones I say, I am going to have to pause and go deal with my dog because he's not going to stop. Alright, I'm just going to put these here. I want to remember, I do want to go over these. This pink, I'll just quickly do that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to pause and I'll come back. Okay, let's try and get these finished. So there's my 3 flowers. And I'm simply going to stick my bird on there with a tiny, tiny bit of glue on his feet. And hopefully he sticks well enough. And put him on the widest part of the branch so he's got more, he or she, has got more chance of sticking. And then I am just going to stick these flowers on. Curl up the ends just a little. Okay, so I might stick these together and then put them on the branch. I think will be the easiest thing to do. So overlap a little. Just a little cluster of flowers. Sorry if I'm talking quietly. I can hear the boys in the garage. And then Right. And I'm going to put the gold on this just in the middle of the 3 dots in each of the flowers. Just a little gold center. Alright, I'll also pop this one aside to dry. Alright, and then I have the last one. And I've got to get my markers. So for this one, I have this really cool packet from Tonic Studios UK, and it came with these dies and a stamp set. Now I got this at a charity shop, really cheap. There's a bundle of them for like $10. I think it was like 5 or something. So they are phenomenal, really cool. I need to look up Tonic Studios to see if they're still in business. But the dies, I didn't want to do too much to them. I wanted to give people the option, give the person the option to do what they wanted with them, whether they coloured them, distressed them, whatever they wanted to do, or use them like this. So I literally just cut out the gates and the arch window, and they're going to get it a bundle just like that, as well as with this arch as well. Now I've kept the bits in there that haven't fallen out, give it a bit more structure for postage. But in the stamp set there was these pots and the foliage to go on top, and I'm going to colour these in, but I just realised I forgot my pens. Hang on, I'll go get them. Alright, so I went through all these. I got my daughter to go through these all recently and pick out all the dry ones. So I don't have a lot left. I don't even know if the colours are coordinating. I'm just picking 2 and we'll see what happens. I don't need purple. I'm trying to keep with those colours, green, blue, red and pink. So we'll grab 2 pinks that might go together. Maybe brown pot, we'll see what we do, but I wanted it blue. What might go with that? Maybe that one? I'm not even looking at the colours. Okay, so what I'm thinking is maybe terracotta or brown pots with different flowers, possibly. Let's see what we can do, hey? So I'm going to make the big ones, don't like that. Pen's all very soft. Let's go this end. So these are the Stampin' Up blends, which I've had for a long time. Sold all my Copics and switched to these when I was a demonstrator. But I'm in 2 minds whether I want to, get Copics again or not, because they're expensive and there's a lot of them. Or will I just use these until they go dry and then not bother? With markers, I don't know. Alright. Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going to have the sun come from this direction, so this side I'm going to make a little darker. What is it? Oh, something's going on in the garage. Oh God. Alright, and I'm going to have to use the brush end to blend that out. It's so floppy on the end, I cannot get a decent colour. So, like it's, chop it off. Oh my goodness. Okay, pots are done. Well, those two, right. These two, I'm going to do blue pots, I think. And I'm going to go all over with the light. And I'm going to add detail with the dark. And then go back over it with the light. Blend it in. Okay, and then just going to colour these. Just doing an all over colour in the light. So sorry, I need to pause again. Okay, back again. Oh my goodness. Right, we should be right now. Everything's sorted. Car's got a new battery. Right, I'm going to get these done. I'm not being very perfect with this colouring, as you can see. Now I'm just going to, where I think the centre of the flowers are, just add a little bit of darkness. Now it's a very jumbled stamp, so it's really hard to tell where the centres are. So I'm just going to add some that I think is the center. And I didn't get a green out for the leaves. Oh my goodness. Wait, okay. Let's see if they go together. Leaves are really little, so not a whole lot of colouring to them. I'm not blending in the centre of the flowers because I think they're too small really. Just add a little bit of depth to the centres of those flowers, or pretend centres of the flowers. Okay, so now just these ones to go, and we might just make them yellow. Okay, so there's no dye for these, so I do have to cut them out by hand. I'm not going to cut them out perfect either. Not that near enough's good enough, but it's that sort of design where it's a bit forgiving if you don't do it exactly perfect. There is no way I'm going in and out these little bits on this yellow one. So I'm sure this will be fine. But a trick for something like this is if you have coloured pencils, just colour in the white in yellow, and you can hide the white where you've cut out. Just a light pencil, like a light yellow pencil, so that your colouring will still stand out. Okay, now I'm going to put these together. I'm going to need a bit of cardstock glued on the back. This is a cool trick. So I'm going to glue that to the back of the pot, and then I have something to glue my flowers to. Otherwise they're going to be glued just with those 2 green leaves, and that is not enough. Okay, there's our pot of flowers, and we'll do the other one the same. Just another bit of scrap cardstock. And you can see on the back it goes across the 2, and that little bit of white there is sticking out, so I'm just going to get my scissors between the 2 and trim that off. And I'll do the same for these pots. I think the idea with these ones is that it was meant to be like stamped on a card or whatever, the flower bit, and then you stamp and die cut the pot, put it on top or something like that. Now with this one I'm sliding the yellow flower bit just under the pot a little. Okay, that is a little bit long. Let's trim that bit. Just under the edge of that pot. So there we go. Okay. Oh my goodness, we are finished making. So let me get everything together. All my bits and bobs out of the way. So these flowers go with this collection. So there's one lot. We have this one here, the frame with our extra flowers. Remember, I needed to do 5 separate from the garden themed embellishments. I was going to say I'm missing one, but I forgot my little birdie over here. I can't pick this one up. There are my 5 from the garden themed embellishments. A nice variety, and they all blend, well, sort of blend. There's no like orange and on one and not on the others. It's like I've used all the same colors: blues, green, pink, yellow, red. Alright, so I hope that's given you some ideas to get out your supplies, make some embellishments, take the time to make them, because you can personalize them to what you want. And yes, it does take a bit of time, but I think the effort is worth it, as you get exactly your style of what you want, your colorings, and using the products that you have, rather than use them once and then put them away and then buy something else. So and like I said before, you can do these in so many different ways, different colors, put different things together and come up with a plethora of ideas. So I hope you have liked this and got some ideas from it. If you would like to join my Facebook group, it is linked below, and I'd love to see if you make embellishments, share them in the group. We'd love to see them. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, have a scrap happy day. Bye bye.